Being unprepared is costing you time, money, and confidence. Preparation is about self-respect and knowing what you need and caring enough about it. My name is Amelia. I make etiquette content through the lens of a recovering people pleaser. Elegant people do not impulse buy. For recap, elegant people are respectful to themselves and they practice etiquette and respect to others. Absolutely nothing to do with money. So let's get into the list of the things that you will need in order to remain or be perceived as elegant when you leave your home to go to work. And these will sound very, very obvious until you're like, oh, right. You need your keys, your traditional keys and your key fobs, your garage key. And if you're listed as someone's emergency contact, you need their keys with you at all times. A pair of sunglasses, a phone charger and headphones. You need a charger in your car, a charger in your handbag, or you can have one of those charging phone cases. Tissues and hand sanitizer for obvious reasons, but they're also used if you need to wipe something down. Blotting paper, setting powder, especially if you run an errand on your lunch break. Some type of lip product, chapstick, it could be your lipstick, it could be your lip gloss. You need something. Earring bags. And you really just need one because that's how it always happens. Hand lotion, you need feminine care. You need to carry that with you, either in your purse or in your car. I say both pads and tampons, depends on how you're feeling or if you're in pain, whatever's happening, your outfit, whatever. Flushable wipes, spare underwear, and spare tights. You can keep the underwear and your tights in your car. Like most women, we know when we're going to start our cycle, but we don't exactly know when. And I don't want you to feel naked. I don't want you to feel caught out in the open and you're not prepared. And someone else may need your help. Medications, pain relievers, allergy medication, prescriptions, compact mirror, perfume atomizer. It could be even really, really small, but you need something just to refresh yourself if you're in that position. 2 hairpins, 1 hair tie. I've even carried flyaway mascara. Could be helpful if you have room. Toilet spray. There's a company named Poopery, and they have travel sizes. They're about this big, could fit in any purse. It is your business what you do in the restroom. No pun intended. How it works is you spray the Poopery. I promise this is not an ad, but it's helpful. You spray the Poopery in the water before you go. That way, if you are on your cycle, upset stomach, whatever, I'm not going to go into details, whatever the case is, it traps in the odor so that the next person behind you, if it's a stall situation, because that happens often at work or in the mall, anywhere that you turn around and there's a line full of women behind you. And that way you can keep your own privacy and make sure the stall is prepped for the next woman behind you. Makeup tools, a mini powder brush, and I'm talking mini. Or you can bring a powder puff or a sponge. Please make sure that is in a Ziploc bag. Your brush, if you decide to do a beauty blender or a puff, it's very porous. I don't want it to absorb bacteria as you put your hand in and out of your handbag all day and then you touch up your face. So Ziploc little baggie. Or if you're fancy, you have a little container. Dental floss, mints. For obvious reasons, you can use them after every single meal, but it also helps if you haven't eaten in quite some time, your mouth is dry, and your breath is of that hungry breath where your breath isn't bad. It's just that you're hungry or your mouth is dry. My aunt even carried around a travel toothbrush, and it was really tiny. It was about this big, and mini travel toothpaste. That's up to you. Deodorants and deodorant wipes. I do not keep these things in my handbag. I keep them in my car. If there's any time that I feel I need to refreshen myself, I take a break. You can take a break, your 15-minute break, your lunch break, step out to your car, head to the restroom, wipe yourself with a deodorant wipes and reapply deodorant. At least 1 Band-Aid and 1 alcohol wipe. Obviously, it's for a cut, a burn of some type, but how often does that really happen in public? Your Band-Aids, you're most likely going to use them for the back of your ankle, where your shoe is rubbing up against your ankle, you're wearing slingbacks, you're breaking in a new pair of flats, and you have several hours to go before you can get off work and go home. That's what those Band-Aids are for. An umbrella, they make them mini now, like really mini. I've seen about this big for an umbrella. I think that's so cute and so chic. Now, this one's big girl status, a handbag rain cover. It's essentially a plastic bag for your handbag, especially if it's leather. But think about how chic you will look when it is pouring down rain. You have your umbrella. And not only do you have your umbrella, you pull out this piece of plastic and people are like, what are you doing? And you're pulling this out and it fits perfectly over the handles of your handbag. Priceless. And lastly, an emergency contact note. On this note, it could be a sticky note, it could be computer paper that you, and please keep it small. It doesn't need, you can write on it front and back, but keep it pretty small. Keep it in your purse. You can keep it in your wallet. I like to keep it in my purse because the idea of it is for somebody else to find your emergency note in case you are in an emergency and you are not able to speak or you're not in the position to say, hey, this is the person that helps me, your emergency contact. On this little note, you are going to have your name. You're going to put, this is me, your emergency contact's name, their phone number, who they are in relation to you, your insurance provider, if you have one, your member ID of your insurance, and the conditions that you may have. So front and back. Remember, the information that you put on this card is for a stranger. It's trying to help you. And they're like, I don't know what's going on. Check her wallet, check her handbag. Maybe we can find something. Because think about it. Are they really going to try to get into your phone? They got to hold the phone up to your face. No one knows your password. This is easy. It's clean. EMTs can get to it. And you are safe. This all sounds like a lot. I get that. But all of these items can fit between your handbag. You can put them in a little cosmetic bag. You really only need one of each. A cosmetic bag inside of your handbag. You can put them in your car. You can put them in your work tote bag. You know how you have your tote bag and then you have your purse inside your tote bag or your backpack. You can do it that way. However you do it, you are prepared. You're respecting yourself. You appear elegant to everyone because you are so self-sufficient and always prepared. And you're practicing self-respect.